All right, what's up everybody? In this video, you're gonna come with me on a day trip to Nashville, Tennessee for a speaking gig. It was a bit of a crazy day, a whole lot of chaos, and basically anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. I talked through a bunch of my routines, how I think about these public speaking engagements, and a lot more. Come with me on a trip to Nashville, Tennessee.
Biome, prebiotic fiber, lemon habanero, element pack, soup with AG1. I'm terrible about hydration. Probably one of the biggest things I really need to work on with my overall health. I've never been good about making sure I get enough water. I need to start just getting like a gallon jug of water. Just drinking it from start to finish of the day, especially with how much I'm training. There's really no excuse, just laziness. Gotta get better about that. Such an easy thing to do. Make sure your health is good. Cheers.
With the morning flight today, headed out to Nashville, I've got to get my training in early. So I am going to be heading to the gym more like around 6 a.m. versus my normal 9:30. I've just got a 5-mile run that I'm going to do. Got to do it on the treadmill because there's too much ice outside. And I might do a little Metcon just to finish up, get the blood flowing before this flight out. Flight is at around 11 a.m., but it's at a Newark airport, which is a little ways away. So I probably got to leave about 8:45. So we're going to get the training in early, come back, have breakfast with the little man and wife, spend a little time together before I fly out. And if all the flights go according to plan, I'll be back home by about midnight. Let's go rip it. As always, absolutely essential, place the order for the large black cold brew on the Dunkin app. Just like that. While we order ahead. Thank you. Boom.
Crashing the pine on the marble floor. Yeah, put up that sign I read love and joy. Yeah, I want more. Yeah, she want more. Ornaments sports with the flashing lights. She only will hit to a certain song. Her channel is orange, white flannel thong. Come tag along, come tag along.
5 miles easy, zone 2. Heart rate was probably 125 to 135-ish. Got some speech prep in. I love doing talk prep during zone 2 cardio just because it simulates that slightly elevated state of nerves. It's a good pro tip for anyone that's a nervous public speaker. That or in the sauna. 2 great ways to simulate it. Didn't have time to hit the Metcon, so bagged that. Just hit my 5 miles, which was on the program. Not gonna head home, have some time with little guy and with the wife prior to going to catch this flight. Since this is a running only day, I'm gonna stick from a nutrition perspective to mostly just proteins and fats. I try to kind of carb cycle, so on days when I'm not doing any sort of lifting or training, I'm mostly eating proteins and fats. With that being said, breakfast here this morning is 4 eggs, some ground turkey veggies, and a slice of mozzarella cheese. I've also got my favorite, this sugar-free barbecue sauce and a little bit of sriracha to add some heat and flavor to it. The new Newark Terminal A is unbelievable. Beautiful. They did an incredible job with it. Newark used to be terrible. This is so nice. So I got to the airport with 5 minutes, actually 0 minutes. My flight is already boarding. Absolute pro move right here for this flight. Dunkin app again. Place the order to the post-security Dunkin' Donuts, which in the mornings has an insane line. Check this out. Long line. No lines. That's Dunkin' on expert mode.
Made it into Nashville, snowy Nashville. Brought the snow from the Northeast, clearly. A bunch of people were asking about how the speaking engagements work. So basically it's pretty simple. I work through a speaking agent at UTA, and they go out and kind of pitch you on a whole bunch of different engagements, different things.
and they handle all of the logistics, all the details of it. You kind of have like a few different topics that you normally will cover, and they book you into different roles, different speaking gigs at different conferences and different things like that. Travel's all covered, all of that, and then UTA or whatever agency it is typically takes like 20% cut of whatever the fee is, with all travel reimbursed as well. So that's the way it typically works.
Look at that. Getting in there in Nashville.
So I landed in Nashville and got a notice shortly after getting here that my return flight this evening is canceled due to weather and ice. They rebooked me for tomorrow morning. Normally not a huge issue, but I don't have any clothes, don't have any extra underwear, don't have any toiletries. So we're gonna have to go on a little adventure after this talk and figure out what to do about that.
Chargers secured from GoPuff, because I didn't bring any chargers. Waiting now on underwear and shirt. Thank you.
Sahil?
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Uber Eats underwear and t-shirt acquired.
Well, I remember sitting out here, at, maybe not in this big group, but a regional meeting, different things, doing
Go time. Let's go.
Plot twist, there is one flight out that appears to not be canceled or delayed, so I am literally running to the airport right now after my talk, which went awesome, went really great, happy with how it went. Running to the airport to try to catch this flight and make it home to little man and to the wife. So fingers crossed, hope this goes well, hopefully I make the flight.
Made it. Hey, how are you? Thank you.
There was one flight that wasn't canceled out of Nashville getting back to New York, and I managed to get over to the gate, book it, get over there right as it was boarding, made it back to JFK, and I still have 2 new pairs of underwear from Uber Eats earlier. So I guess we can count this whole day as a win. Great talk in Nashville, making it back home to get to tuck little man in, and 2 new pairs of underwear. Made it home, got my enormous plate of dinner, and now about to unwind the way that I love to, watching some old episodes of Family Guy. All in all, successful day with a bit of chaos all along the way. Some unexpected twists and turns, but I gotta say I'm so happy with how that talk went. It was definitely the first time I had really had to give like a full hour-long talk on a topic that I hadn't really covered in a long talk before, so it was a ton of prep that went into it. You know, I probably spent the last 2 or 3 weeks like really putting in serious prep, building up the Lego blocks, if you will, of the talk to make sure I was really gonna be able to command a full hour. There was no clock on stage, and I didn't have a podium, I didn't have notes, and so I really just went off of what the prep was, and it was cool because I started at 4, ran through my whole talk. Right as I hit my last slide, I'm done, I finish, and I look at my watch and it's 4:59, and I had an hour, so I literally to a minute got that done in that window. Was just really happy with the prep and how it went down, and felt like I brought great energy, despite some of the twists and turns in the day. So really just happy with how it went. Glad I was able to bring my best to the people that flew me out there and paid for me to be there. And now just happy to crush some food, watch some Family Guy, and go to sleep in my own bed. Nothing like it. Thanks for joining me on the trip today. Until next time, stay curious.